Well, the time is 11 o'clock and I'm just off to bed. I've got a long day tomorrow. I've got an early train to catch and what will be a big football day.
Well, it's a beautiful morning and our train is just pulling into the station now, or at least in the next minute or two.
A.F.C doesn't go on a sheet on an apprenticeship. I've not really paid much attention to it. I don't know what Sean was doing. What do you think to this GCSEs? They just change it all the time, don't they? It's like, well, it was A-levels before I started, and then the year after you make the change to GCSEs, or just whatever. I don't agree with SATs. I don't know whether there's one.
Just so used to now. Well, it's a beautiful morning in the capital. I've now reached central London. I'm just heading to the nearest underground station. I'm off to West London first, and you'll find out why soon. Well, I've just stopped for a rest here at Putney Bridge, which spans the River Thames in the London postcode area of SW6. And maybe it's a clue for all you watching as to where I'm heading. Well, right in the flight path of Heathrow, as you can hear, I'm just coming up to this wonderful bit of green space. One of the nicer things you can do in the capital, strolling gently by the River Thames on a sunny morning. I'm just showing you a shot of this beautiful little park. The lake, the fountain, the trees, it's got everything. A really beautiful location. Well, there's a 747 just taking off from Heathrow. It might be a bit hard to see for you though. What won't be hard to see is this building to the right. Well, you probably could have guessed, given what part of London I'm at. For why I'm here is to take a look at one of the Premier League's 20 members, Fulham A.F.C, the Cottagers, at the southwest corner of Craven Cottage Football Stadium. The team that have been in the Premier League since 2001, now in their 12th year in their Premier League adventure. Well, I'm just showing you the old facade to Craven Cottage, a historic ground that's never lost its character. And there it is, showing you the south stand. Yep, Saturday morning kids football in Premier League football rich West London on a fine day. Well, making a beeline back to Putney Bridge Station, as I've got a lot to do today ahead of this afternoon's main event. Oh yes, earlier you might have noticed that I was filming Chelsea's ground, Stamford Bridge, home of the European Champions 2012. Just as I approached Fulham Broadway, a couple of stops before Putney Bridge on the way here. Well, it's 1:45 and I'm just at Waterloo Station and Swansea Everton is just getting underway. Busy all day here in the capital. The game's now underway between Swansea and Everton, and I'm just going to be walking around central London showing you some good landmarks in this first half. Well, 5 minutes gone in the big game as I show the London Eye standing proudly 400 feet above the London skyline. And so far it's been all Everton, although I think the Swans are now finally getting a grip on this match. The London Eye queuing area. Well, now that I'm here, I might as well show you some of the sights, including the Houses of Parliament, and Big Ben, and Westminster Abbey in the background there. What a sight, and what a day. But we're 15 minutes into this match and it's still goalless, but a good contest. Penguin! Well, we're just coming up to the famous James Bond door, as I call it, actually used by Pierce Brosnan in Die Another Day. Sadly, it's still locked. Always seems to be when I'm here for some reason. Let's try now. No, it's still locked. Never mind. Well, we're midway through the first half and we've got our first goal. And it's the visitors from Merseyside that are celebrating. They've been the better team and they're ahead. Swansea 0, Everton 1. Oh yes, Big Ben in all its glory. Well, finally made it to the North Bank amongst all these millions of tourists. Well, the London Eye looks like a big 0, which is Swansea's score, and the Big Ben represents the 1 that Everton have got. Well, I trust that nobody will be seasick on that restaurant boat. Well, Swansea are finally on top in this game. Their first good spell as Everton tries to hold on to that 1-0 lead. Charing Cross Station close up. It's a wonderful view of the city and Canary Wharf looking east from here. So as I walk on, we're 35 minutes into the game and it's still Everton leading. Oh, almost 1-1. Well, we're nearly on the South Bank again. Yeah, there's the city looking east and the city looking west, including the London Eye just coming up on the right. Well, we are approaching half time now. I'm just making my way to Waterloo Underground, which is where we got off. We've basically just done a square across the River Thames and back again. I never knew this, but apparently Nelson Mandela now lives in London. So basically, 2 minutes from half time now, what we're going to do is we're getting the Jubilee line to the East End and we'll listen to some of the second half. There's been a second goal and it's horrible news if you're a Swansea fan, great news if you're an Evertonian. They've scored a killer second right before half time and it was Kevin Morales with a goal, third of the season ready for him. Swansea almost scored immediately though, as we approach the main historic entrance to Waterloo on the right there. So what we're doing is we're taking the Jubilee line to Stratford in the East End over half time and we should be able to listen to the second half there. So see you in a bit. Stretford City hosted the 2012 Olympic Games. Westfield, just over the bridge there. The Olympic Park itself, just over there. You can see the Aquatic Centre and the main arena behind that, as well as that weird spiralling tower. And in the far distance, the Shard. Now the tallest building in Europe, apparently. Wow. Yeah, as I say, I'll try and have a closer look at the Olympic Park later on in the season, but we've got less than an hour to get to the game, and that's to take priority. Well, I've been desperately rushing around trying to get the sights of Stratford into the video, and I've almost forgotten about the Swansea-Everton game. Well, I'm listening to it, but I forgot to tell you about it. There's 20 minutes to go, it's still 2-0, but Routledge, the Swansea player, has been sent off for 2 yellows, so the day's just got worse for the home side. So it looks like Everton are going to win. Anyways, have to get to the bowling ground now, and well, you'll see at the end of the video how it finished. Well, an off-the-line clearance has just denied a third for Everton. But yeah, as I say, at the end of the video, when I print up all the scores for you, you can find out how it finished then. Okay?
Is Upton Park.
Almost there. So whilst the game's on, I'll show you a few shots of the match. See you soon. On the way in.
High five. Son, you alright, Sean? Yeah, you? Nice to see ya.
Well, as a West Ham fan, I'm absolutely chuffed. It finished 1-1, but the Hammers scored a last-minute equaliser in stoppage time after Sunderland were ahead through just 9 minutes.